I'm now with Julian Leppert, who last night was elected as BNP Councillor for Hainault Ward in Redbridge. So, Julian, can you tell us, what does it feel like to be called a Councillor Leppert?
Well, I think it's still sinking in, to be honest, having those letters in front of my name, but I suppose it now means that I'm a proper politician rather than just a wannabe activist. So.
And can you tell us, how many votes did you win by?
Well, it was actually a 3-seat ward. I only had to come third to get myself elected. We won the ward, which is fantastic, because it now means we've got a genuine BNP mandate for Hainault Ward.
And what was the atmosphere like at the count?
Well, as you can imagine, when the result came through and I'd actually won the ward, there was lots of hugging and kissing among the BNP group. But I think the best part of it was actually seeing the pictures of sheer misery and despair on the faces of all these people in their red rosettes, because they were having a pretty awful night anyway, and they were pretty depressed. And I think when I won, that was just like the cherry on the cake, basically.
So the BNP must be growing in Redbridge. Is that the case?
Well, obviously I'm the first nationalist councillor to be elected in Redbridge, but as we've seen from Barking, it was a couple of years ago we had one councillor. We've now got 11 or 12, I believe. There's no reason whatsoever why we can't replicate that success in Redbridge in the years to come.
And what would you say to all those people, maybe on the left or Labour Party politicians, who say that the BNP is racist?
Well, racist is just that silly word they try and scare you with to try and keep you down on your knees and stop you telling the truth about what you believe in. And it's basically it's a sort of childish and puerile name calling you expect from people who've lost the argument, because that's what's happened. Our opponents have lost the argument with the BNP decades ago, so they've got nothing less but calling us silly names,
And so what were the main issues that you think that won you the election?
Well, I think the people in Hainault, people are no different to in any other ward where the BNP have been successful. They live in a pretty decent, fairly traditional British kind of neighbourhood. They don't want to see their neighbourhood turning into a dysfunctional, third world crime-infested slum, which is basically what's happening to wards all over London under the mismanagement of Tories, Labour and Liberal Democrats. And like any other British people, they're sick of being treated with indifference and with contempt, which is what they get from Lib Lab con councillors. And they want to elect someone who say what they think in the council and won't be afraid to do so. And hopefully that's what they're going to get.
And the BNP headquarters has been inundated with phone calls and emails from people complaining that they haven't had the opportunity to vote for the BNP at this election. What would you say to those people?
Well, I've got a message for those people. Politics is not spectator sport. One of the reasons I first joined the British National Party, it was several years ago. I read in the newspaper that there was going to be a BNP candidate to vote for where I lived, in Woodford. And I went to the polling station only to find that the BNP candidate was in the neighbouring ward and not in my ward. And so I walked out the polling station all crestfallen and upset because I didn't have a BNP councillor to vote for, and I was also ashamed. I was ashamed because there was another guy standing up for my country, because I wasn't brave enough to do it for myself. And I was so ashamed I joined the party. I decided to be a candidate myself, and here I am.
Well, congratulations, and again, Councillor Leppert, well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers.